Hello, I'm Michael Diamond, and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, we're going to take a look ahead at 2021 Mr. Olympia and some possibilities. Now, we have Big Ramy, who's our current Mr. Olympia. We first saw him in 2013, New York Pro, and me and a lot of other people were very much in awe of what we saw. Saw somebody that looked like they had the potential to go all the way and possibly be very, very dominant. Not just dominant, very dominant. Even Jay Cutler once said, he was sitting down being interviewed. It was actually him and Flex Wheeler were together, and they were talking about Ramy. And Jay's own words, I've never seen anybody put together like that before on the bodybuilding stage. Was pretty accurate description. And everybody was waiting for Ramy to nail the conditioning. Uh, the talk was that if this guy ever puts it all together, there's nobody that's going to beat him. Now, we've seen a hint of conditioning from him, good conditioning, back in 2017. I think it was 2017 when he took second place. I believe he was working with Chris Aceto at the time. Then, since that second place finish, he faltered a little bit. Showed up at the 2020 Arnold Classic, which many thought that he would win. At this point, he's working with Chad Nichols, though he did show a good package. Wasn't what we were looking for, and place which was what I'm sure to him was a disappointing third place. So we didn't get qualified to compete at the Olympia. Then, with the COVID situation going on, it was a roadblock. Could not prevented him from competing again. So he could not qualify, but he's granted a special invite, and voila, shows up, conditioned, and wins the title. Now, he was good condition. He was in good condition. His best conditioning to date, but also far from what we might call peeled, but with this combination of size and the conditioning compared to everyone else on the stage that night, he was tough to beat, and he came out ahead. Now, our initial thoughts about him, that he will be he could be a very, very dominating champion. I'm starting to think twice about that. Yes, he could be, but in his win, which, like I said, I believe he deserved, I don't think he was dominating. Not like when we had Phil in his heyday, Ronnie in his heyday, Dorian in his heyday, he, as big as he was on stage with the conditioning he brought, I don't think he was dominating. Yes, he did enough to win, and there's no question about that. He deserved the win. But keep in mind, at some point in the finals, when we saw him next to Hadi Choopan, who he outsized by quite a bit, even with the difference in size, he didn't really overpower him. Hadi was that good, and he could have been better. Keep in mind that he got into the country at the last minute, had to lose 20 pounds of fluid in one day, missed the mark a little in the prejudging with his conditioning, looked a lot better in the finals, and if he didn't have to go through all that, who knows what he would have looked like. Point is that as big as Ramy was in comparison to Hadi, he didn't overpower him. Hadi was that good, that hard, that condition. I would have liked to see Ramy stand next to someone like an Akeem Williams. I'm not saying Akeem would have beaten him, was better, or should have won. But what I'm getting at is that he might not be as overpowering as we were expecting. Akeem Williams is a big man, packing a lot of muscle, so he's not going to overpower someone like an Akeem Williams. We didn't see Ruli Winkler due to the COVID situation. He couldn't get out of Turkey to show up on the Olympia stage. Ramy has the title Big Ramy, but on an inch-for-inch basis, Ruli is bigger than Ramy. So you have another person here that's not going to be overpowered, and someone like Ruli brings in conditioning. That's going to be a tough one. Where am I going with this video? As dominating as we thought Ramy might be, when he finally nails it, he might not end up being as dominating. And in the past, the reigning Mr. Olympia seemed to always have a bit of an edge, simply because they were holding the title. I don't think that's going to be the case anymore either. I think the judges are going to, if the reigning Mr. Olympia comes in and brings in the package he's expected to bring in, yeah, it's going to probably go in his direction, but you better bring it. And as good as Ramy looked, there's still room for improvement. There are things that he can bring up a little bit, and like I said in the beginning, he was far from being peeled. Conditioning wise, Ronnie Coleman at his all-time best was more than far superior conditioning than what we saw from Ramy in 2020. As good as his conditioning was, there's still much room for improvement. He's not gonna, well, I shouldn't say he's not going to be. He could be a dominating champion, but it's not going to be a cakewalk. He's not going to be given the advantage of being the reigning Mr. Olympia. We're going to see the judges be more critical of the competitors on stage. And if that Mr. Olympia does not bring it, the reigning Mr. Olympia does not bring it, he might not be walking away with the title, like for title again. Alright, that's about it for this video. If you agree or disagree with anything I've said, please let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share and by all means subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. This way, every time I put up a new video, you will be notified. Also, if you go to the description box, you're going to find some links there. One link is to Muscle Central Facebook page. If you have any questions, you can go there. You can DM me. I will be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Also, you're going to find a link to Species Nutrition, the best nutritional supplements on the market, and Mr. Potts Protein, the best protein-packed snacks you're going to find on the market. Click on both links, go to both websites, and check out all their great products. Once again, this is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.